This year marks the 75th anniversary of the Nanjing Massacre. Preservation work of the first section of the Nanjing Massacre survivors' oral testimony has recently been completed. The compilation of the encyclopaedia of the Nanjing Massacre is also expected to be published by the end of 2014.
After more than 2 years' discussion and research, the encyclopedia will be divided into 3 parts with more than 8,000 terms. In chronological order, the encyclopedia will detail the history of before, during, and after the massacre, including its impact today.
We will give a comprehensive summary of the related peoples and incidents. It is a reference book, but meanwhile, it also draws the conclusion of the historical facts we have collected throughout the years.
In April this year, the Memorial Hall founded a research center collecting oral history from the survivors. The center has finished preserving the first group of survivors' oral testimony after half a year's efforts.
We had focused on the facts of the investigation during the massacre period. The history before and after the massacre, though we had also done some research, was not in detail. But in the past 6 months, we made them a focus.
Hundreds of specialists are taking part in editing the encyclopedia. One specialist said accounts of the Japanese embedded journalists will be included.
Some of the embedded Japanese journalists were involved in the slaughter. They robbed and raped women.
There are now less than 200 survivors of the Nanjing Massacre, making the preservation of the oral testimony an urgent need.
It will be hard to find survivors in the next 3 to 5 years.
Japanese troops occupied Nanjing, then the capital of China, on December 13, 1937, and began a 6-week massacre. Records show that more than 300,000 people, including unarmed soldiers and civilians, were killed. Widespread rape and looting also occurred during the period. Andrew Dupuy, CCTV.